Hi everyone, I'm Lisa,
I'm Lori.
and welcome to a monthly challenge chat. This is about the
Yes.
challenges that you can do on Facebook Cross Stitch for the month of September. So if you'd
Mhm.
like to grab a notepad or you're stitching, sit back and we're going to fill you in on some of the fun things you can do to keep motivated. Dave.
Yes.
All right, let's start with daily 30. We're joined today with my Ivy. She's helping.
Yes. So September's monthly and daily 30 is all about education. And there's some interesting things going on in daily 30. So last month there was World Cross Stitch Day, and there was a pop-up where you could earn some rewards that are very rare to be used
Mm,
in the monthly. So there's two that could be used in the monthly, which is the whip of choice. So you can swap out the whip of choice. It could be used in the monthly or the weekly, but hey, monthly, because monthlies don't offer alternate stitches like the weeklies do.
yeah.
Um, and then there's the monthly free pass. If you earn that one, you could also get a free pass on the monthly, which is very, very rare.
Very
So
rare.
yeah, let's get started. And monthly is always 300 stitches. And let's go. Number one, primary school. Oh, the whole premise is to basically relate your wits to these aspects of school.
Okay.
And so the first one is primary school. Stitch on a project that reminds you of your early days in education, which is kindergarten through fifth or sixth grade.
Okay. Well, I'm again still sticking to the pieces that I'm trying to get done. I can't actually stick to my. I normally bring up my new Whipcos, and I
Yeah.
can use them for this if I want to, but I can't actually get to them for another 2 weeks. So I'm going to stick to the ones I've been doing. This building is exactly like the building that I was in infants. So that reminds me of my infants because it's like the school building.
Nice. So last month I tried to stick with the same whip the whole way through, and I managed to accomplish that on this month. So
Oh, good
let's
job.
see how I did that.
Okay.
For you monogamous stitchers, listen up. So Attack on Titan is I said we used to say Pledge of Allegiance in our elementary school to our flag. And so this reminds me of us saying the Pledge of Allegiance because
Mm,
you put hand over your heart and you say the allegiance to the flag. So,
yep, very good.
all right. Prompt number two, middle school. Stitch on a project that reminds you of your days in middle school or junior high, which is a basically 11 to 13 years old.
Okay. Well, this is an out there one. This is a Japanese samurai, and when I
Mhm.
was in year six, we actually did a school musical of the Mikado, which is set in
Ah,
Japan. So there you go.
that's really good. So, my middle school relation is in middle school. We had a tendency, the girls, to be cliquish, and we all had to dress alike. And we would even call each other and coordinate our outfits for the week. Like, are you wearing shorts? Are you wearing skirt? What color you're wearing. So, Attack on Titan, there's slight variation in like the shirts, but pretty much everybody has on the same outfit. There you go. Prompt number three, high school. Stitch on a project that reminds you of your days in high school.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take the easy option for this. Temperature bookshelf. Senior high was all about reading the books and studying. And in particular, the skull down here always makes me think of Hamlet.
Yeah. Okay.
Alas, poor Yorick.
Fair enough. High school for me, Attack on Titan again. Um, so the characters in Attack on Titan are mostly high school aged anyway, and they also have these moody facial expressions that are very, very prominent in high school aged people.
Okay. Well,
That's
see,
my
if,
reason.
if I was picking yours, To me, they look
Oh,
like senior high students, and they're all wearing their this band uniform or something.
yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh,
You're,
okay. All
I'm
right.
getting there.
I'm jumping ahead, am I? I haven't even read them, so
No, that's okay. Number four, graduation. Stitch on a project that contains an item that could be given as a graduation gift.
okay. Well, temperature bookshelf has a clock.
Mm, very true. I am using my free pass, but if I were to use Attack on Titan, the one of the characters has a really nice scarf, and I would give like a cashmere scarf as a graduation gift.
Fair enough.
Number five, summer break. Stitch on a project that reminds me of uh, Stitch on a project that reminds you of activities you do on vacations when you take summer break.
Easy. I, of course, go surfing in Sydney Harbour.
Very nice. Very nice. I used my whip of choice on this one so I could switch out and use my whip of choice. So I used Attack on Titan. Otherwise, I don't think I could make it
You
work.
could, because to me, they look like they're all dressed in like camp counselor t-shirts at a summer camp under the camp flag.
There you go. That's a good one. That
Yep.
is very good, Lisa.
Applying my American knowledge here.
Yeah, that's true. Number six, classroom. Stitch on a project that contains an item that can be found in a classroom.
Okay, well, obviously I could do my temperature bookshelf. However, I think I'll go back to the alphabet letters in Latin
Mhm.
Lane.
Yep. For me, an Attack on Titan at our schools, we had flags everywhere. We had the American flag, we had the Texas flag, and we also had a school flag. So you would find a flag in our classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number seven, group activity. Stitch on a project that contains a theme that could be used in a group project. Hmm.
A stitch in time. You can stitch in a group,
That's true.
and there's lots of people stitching on that piece.
Very true. So I told a story at my daughter's school on Spirit Week, which is the week before homecoming. Um, each class, grade level, all the kids are given a theme, and each class has to come up with a costume, and they dress up like the costume or the characters or whatever. So this is their group project. It's a class project, and whatever class is the most creative and has the most members participating, they will win a free day off from school.
Wow.
No penalties. Yeah. So that is the group project. And in this group project last year, they had the theme of like an animated character.
Oh,
And my daughter's friends picked Care Bears. So sad. But they could have picked Attack on Titan and they
they
could have
could
all
have.
dressed up the same. So that is my whip, Attack on Titan.
Care Bears. Oh my goodness.
Care Bears. Number eight, favorite lesson. Stitch on a project that reminds you of a favorite lesson you remember from school.
Well, any of those ones I've shown you because I enjoy sewing, I enjoy reading.
Yeah, there you go. My favorite lesson was sectional drills and marching band.
Uh-huh.
And we would create a group name and we had to choreograph a 3 minute drill and we had to show some type of flair. And it was all about technique, getting into little groups so you can really hone down on your technique. So that's my lesson. And Attack on Titan reminds me of a squad in formation.
Yep, it does. Definitely.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, number nine. Let's scroll down a little bit. Favorite teacher, stitch on a project and dedicate it to your favorite teacher.
Oh, well, you could do anything there. My
Mhm.
favorite teacher has actually only just retired. It was my music teacher, um, Mrs. Turner, and she was the one who inspired me to take up music and things. So definitely her. And yeah, it was great. I've been gone back a few times as a teacher, and it's lovely seeing your old teachers when you're a teacher.
Yes, mine is, I'll try not to get all weepy. My favorite teacher was Stuart Bird, and he was the band director. Him and his wife actually oversaw the whole music program from like junior high to high school. And this man led our group, or like our band, to like state championship. We're a military marching band, which was not as popular as corps style. But
Mhm.
anyway, we marched on the Kyle Field, Texas A&M, and it was awesome. And anyway, he also did, like, when we had solo and ensemble in like the winter months, he would drive us every Tuesday to a college about an hour away, one way, and we would take private lessons at the university. He was such a great teacher, and he passed away about a little over a year ago, and it was like losing a family member. I mean,
Mm.
he did so many things for so many people, and I was just say he's a great guy. So, band teacher, music teacher. So, how do our whips relate? I've already kind of related marching band. This reminds me of a band in formation. So, anyway, number 10, extracurricular. Stitch on a project that reminds you of an extracurricular activity you remembered from school, like sports, clubs, anything.
Okay. Well, I actually would be doing this legitimately. Where's it gone? Believe it or not, it wasn't when I was at school, but it was when I started teaching. We did activities every week, and I was rostered on one week just surfing, and I had to take the boys down to the beach. And I still remember swimming in the beach, having a nice time. And then when it was time to get out, I had to swim out and get them because they weren't listening to me. And then I got
Mhm.
dumped majorly on the way back. And so I'm still here to tell the tale, but only just. So I have a really strong memory of surfing
Yes,
co-curricular.
very nice. So, my extracurricular is band.
Mm-hmm. So that gets you done for all 10. Well done, Laurie.
Oh, 10 again. Yeah. Trying to get this finished.
Well, that's good. So that is what's happening in the Daily 30.
Yes.
Okay. Um, No New Starts has got monthly things happening. Now, did we end up went through the year of the rat or whatever last time, didn't we, Laurie?
We did. We
Yeah.
mentioned Zodiac. I'm not sure if we went through it extensively.
Okay. Year of the monkey, sorry. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Well, there will be a new Know Your Admin coming up, but unfortunately, it's not up yet. So you no longer get to find out about me, but the new Know Your Admin will be coming up. And
Mhm.
also this month, there's going to be another word game later in the month. Year of
Mhm.
the monkey will roll over around the 20th, give or take a few days. So all the usual things happening. In the road trip, No New Starts road trip is heading towards the end of leg 3, I think,
Yes.
and most people are starting to get there. So leg 4 is going to start. Now, for anyone interested, the road trip is an ongoing project. It's not stopping anytime soon. So if you have missed out on joining us in the road trip, when No New Starts opens up for new members in October, November, you'll be able to jump on board with that group, and then you'll be able to join in the road trip in about December too. There's a few
Mhm.
opportunities where you'll be able to jump on board if you want to have fun traveling around, doing all those strange and crazy things that we do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Other one that I talk about a lot is Down Under Divas. And Down Under Divas events for the month is South Australia this month, going to South Australia. So you pick your tasks, and it's like the combined total of stitches depends on how many entries you get. So these are the big ones, remember. This is for serious stitches. So number one, the state colours of South Australia are red, blue, and gold. Stitch 2,000 stitches in any or of all of these colours. Do you reckon you could do 2,000 stitches in red, blue, or gold off the top of your head, Laurie?
Blue, definitely. Mhm.
I I'm not getting it jumping out at me. Probably blue would be my closest to, but having the three colours. I mean, unfortunately, I've finished my red house, but I'll have to have a look. The Garn Railway is one of the iconic railways in the world, and the logo is a camel. Stitch 2,000 stitches on a piece with a train or a camel. All right, Laurie, a train or a camel? Yeah, I'm thinking that's very not you. I actually can do this one. Train of Dreams.
Yes.
And that's probably where I'll get my blue from too, because this blackish color is actually a really dark navy blue. So Train of Dreams might be getting some love from me. Number 3, the coat of arms is a shield with a piping shrike on a golden disc with a floral emblem sitting on grassland. So stitch 1,000 stitches on a piece related to one of the industries represented on the grassland. So I'm going to have to Google that for you because you're not going to have any idea without me doing that. Hold on. Get it up. Try and find a picture of it. All right, there we are. Okay, so just having a look at it first. There it is. I can see, I see wheat, I see tomatoes, I see lemons, I see mining, and I see steel.
Yep. I could do farming as the leaves turn.
You could. Oh, there's grapes as well. Grapes as well. So I think, well, I think I'm going to go with the grapes because that's my usual easy out for that. Where is the picture gone? Pictures. I've got so many to choose from. Is that I always use this, but up in the top row there are grapes and wine in a stitch in time. So 1,000 stitches on that definitely will be being done. Okay, the state fish is a leafy sea dragon. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a piece with a leaf, leaves, or a dragon.
Oh, leaves. That's pretty much anything.
Leaves is easy.
If I'm keeping my whips tight, I would go with as the leaves turn because there's leaves in there on the trees.
Yes. Well, I'm actually going to show you a new one for this because of the leaves on the trees. I do have the dragon in my Train of Dreams, but this is actually one of my whip goes that I do have with me. And there's leaves on the trees in this one, Bay Window by Juniper. And I want to get that one done, so I may as well try and do 1,000 stitches on that. I
didn't show my whip, so I'm going to do that really
yes.
quick.
You've been talking about it, presuming our viewers know what your whip looks like because they watch us every time.
As the leaves start. Yep.
There you are, farming and leaves.
Yep.
The southern coastline of South Australia is known as the Great Southern Bight due to its shape. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a piece that shows teeth or a mouth.
Oh, I might be able to get back on Attack on Titan.
Well, you will if you you can definitely see a mouth on Attack of Titans. Teeth or a mouth. I think I'm going to have to jump across to Anzac because there's plenty of mouths and I'm sure the shark has teeth wherever the shark is. Yeah, there's shark teeth.
Yeah, there's teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's teeth on Anzac.
Yep.
Number 6, the floral emblem is the Sturt's Desert Pea. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with tiny flowers.
Tiny flowers.
Tiny flowers.
I need to get back to Language of Flowers by Rosewood Manor. And there you go. There are some of the plants with tiny flowers like this one. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to actually stitch on my model stitch because you can see the tiny lavender flowers going in here. So I'll be able to add stitch on that one, which would be good. And I could do that for mouth as well. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The state bird is the piping shrike, which is a species of magpie. Stitch 500 on a piece with a black or white bird. Now, think outside the box. Not so good for you, but for general people. We're heading towards the Halloween season, and there's lots of Halloween blackbirds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to jump in and go my 12 Days of Christmas, which is one of my whip goes from last month because of those white birds sitting there.
I would go with Anzac because the birds, while
There's
they're
a
not
magpie.
naturally black, they're black in the whip. Yeah.
There's a magpie in there, so it's
Oh,
definitely.
good.
Yeah. Okay, then this one then will be easily Anzac. Maybe you could get up the picture of the whole Anzac for us, because this one you're going to choose Anzac for too, I can tell. The
Okay.
animal mascot is the hairy-nosed wombat. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with a wombat or a large nose.
Yes, there you go. There's Anzac. So the wombat is where that
Yeah, that's a good question. Where is the wombat?
is it there?
No, I can't see a wombat, but there's plenty of large noses.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't see a wombat. If there was going to be a wombat, it would be down the one next to the sheep underneath Kelly, but it's not really a wombat.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
So there you go. The state mineral is bornite, also known as peacock ore. It tarnishes to iridescent shades of blue to purple. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with a peacock or iridescent thread.
Oh, I have it. Oh, feathers. I haven't stitched on this in probably over a year. So definitely could use some love. Remember that by Rosewood Manor?
Yes, lovely. Well, I would rather be stitching on your Oh Feathers than my Peacock Tapestry by Teresa Winsler, which I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. So I better get it. It's going to make me do it. Number 10, largest wine region in Australia. Stitch on a piece with grapes or wine. So I've already said I'm going to be doing my stitch in time.
I'll pass.
And lucky last is Adelaide. The capital is known as the city of churches. Stitch 500 stitches on a church, other religious building, or a religious symbol.
I could do that. Sing and rejoice. There is a church.
You can do that. And you know what? I can do that too with another one I've been putting off. This end one here is a church because I can see a cross up the top on the rocks. So I've actually got a church. Who'd have thunk it? Looks like Down Under Divas is going to be driving my whip choices again this month. All right, what's happening in Semi-Sane, Laurie?
Semi-Sane has a lot going on, fun stuff. So I'll just start with the autumn start to finish sale. This is really interesting. So they've released a code word. It was released today. The code password is Hayride. And if you start a whip with the word Hayride on it, if you finish it by December, you're entered for a gift card drawing.
Ooh,
Very
that's
nice.
exciting.
Yes. And it can be any size.
Wow.
That is nice. Get your ornaments ready. You know, we got to stitch them anyway.
I have one to start, so that's good.
Yes. The more interactive game going on is Whip Whammy. And basically, you have to answer questions or post some pictures. Once your answer is accepted, they'll spin the whammy, the circle thing, if you've watched Press Your Luck, and know what your reward or penalty is for, and then you stitch for that. The rules are there. It's posted. It's just started, so you might want to go check it out. Then there's this or that. This or that, the something fall related or that has the word September in it. And that's the this or that. There's also Go Stitch, which is based off of the game Go Fish. I'm playing that one. So very fun. And then they still have the Focus Challenge, which is, you know, stitch at every 1,000 stitches, you get some type of entry. And then there's the calendar sale. It's really yearly, but they post it as a monthly event kind of thing.
Yeah. There's something for everyone this month. Yeah, definitely the Whip Whammy and the Go Stitch are lots of fun. I find it's often hard to try and play both at the same time. So yeah, we'll see how we go. All right. Mythological Stitches is continuing its year of gemstones.
Mhm.
And again, you do either 250 stitches, 750, or 1500 stitches.
Mhm.
And it's about sapphires this month and
Nice.
topaz. So look at this. How good is this double dipping? Number one, stitch on a project that shows either a throne or a peacock. Well, we've got that covered, don't we?
Yes.
Stitch on a project that shows the sky or a witch or other magic worker. So we've already got the sky covered. So that's
Yes.
good. Stitch on a project depicting a rainbow in some way to show off the many hues each of these gemstones can have. What you got for a rainbow, Laurie?
I don't think I have a rainbow necessarily, but you do on your temperature
I
bookshelf.
do. Yes, there's my rainbow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can do the rainbow. And
Mhm.
lucky last, stitch on a project depicting fire, directly or indirectly. So you can have a chimney with smoke curls, or you can have fire. And I would be doing my I would probably do the candle on my bookshelf.
I would have to do Anzac.
Yes, that's right. That fire breathing horse.
Yes.
Lovely. So there you go. That's what's happening in mythological. What else have we got happening?
Pop culture.
Yes. What's
Mhm.
happening in pop culture, Laurie?
So there's a September acrostic, and the word is I'm opening up Dolphins NFL. But
Okay.
hey, that's fun. Then you have, let me get back to my events list. My favorite things. Uh, so basically, choose any of your favorite things that you want Diana Thomas to know about. Um, she listed some suggested favorite things like color, season, movies,
Okay.
actresses, song, book, that kind of thing. And so read about it. It's basically for 3 points. You'll need to do 300 stitches for every favorite you stitch. So yeah, I might join in on this. Sometimes I
Choose your own adventure, that sounds like.
absolutely. So I could
Nice.
definitely make that work.
Mm.
Very nice. And what else do we have? Did you know? 200 stitches for every item you stitch. Um, let's see. So she's got some fun, interesting, random facts.
Yep.
Man, yeah. So, like for instance, number one is the space between your eyebrows is called the glabella. Who knew?
So you got a stitch on a piece you can relate to that.
She says be creative.
Okay.
Um, just tell her how your web relates to the item. If you're not actively stitching the correlation, then post a cover photo of the project.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that one would be pretty easy to do because as long as you've got a face, you're going to be
Yeah,
stitching the space between the eyebrows.
there you go. So yeah, she has like 20 items there. You're gonna find
Great.
something. Yeah,
Oh, looks like I've got a lot of planning to do when I finish filming.
absolutely.
Awesome.
I
All
believe
right.
that's it. Mhm.
Well, that's plenty of things, guys. And seriously, these are just keep you motivated, keep you stitching. You don't have to do anything, it's all optional. But, Laurie and I and many of our other friends find it so helpful just to give some guidance. As I said, my prompts are going to be picked by the Down Under Divas this time, and I'll see if I can get them all done this time. So that will be good. But
Mhm.
you do what you can, you have fun, and you enjoy your stitching. All
Yes.
right. Well, I think that's all our other games are just plodding along. There's nothing particularly happening at the moment of any note, I don't think. There's a new game starting in October for So You Think You Can Stitch, and I think sign-ups might be heading towards happening on that. But apart from that, everything's plodding along. All right, guys.
Um,
Have a great week, and we'll catch you in probably 2 weeks' time.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.